El Primo is one of those brawlers that has been in the game since its release, and he has had many changes over the years. Back in 2017, El Primo had a different attack. Instead of it being rectangular, it was cone shaped like Rose or a Buzz, but this was later changed to the rectangle attack we have now. El Primo also got a health buff, which brought him from 1400 health points all the way up to 5600, and you may think that's a lot, but it's because back then all brawlers were 4 times weaker than now. Supercell changed this so that it would be easier to play around with damage and health balancing. El Primo was not that good after this, so he also got a health buff, which brought him from 5600 to 5800 health, and a movement speed buff, and all of this made him a much better brawler, especially in gem grab. He was also able to jump with the ball in Brawl Ball, which was just funny to watch, but obviously this was changed because it was a little OP. In 2018, there was a strategy in Heist which was amazing for El Primo, and that was just to rush the enemy safe and destroy it as fast as possible. This was good for high damage tanks like El Primo, Bull, and Bruce. El Primo was a very hard brawler to balance for Supercell because he got 17 buffs and 10 nerfs. In 2019, he got Star Power, which gave him a 32% speed boost for 5 seconds after he used his super. Then it was changed to a 28% boost for 4 seconds, and then that 28 movement speed was changed to 25% movement speed. Because of brawlers like Max, Gene, Sandy, or Spike, El Primo was never really used and was only really seen when people were teaming. But then in 2020, El Primo got a gadget that throws people away, and it's very funny to use and also useful, because it stops attacks, supers, gadgets, everything you can think of. It is also good for escaping bad situations by throwing dangerous brawlers away, such as Shelly, Bull, or an Edgar. But in 2021, out of nowhere he got a huge buff. In fact, this buff was so good that after the balance changes, he was ranked as the best brawler in the game, and the change he got was that he charged his super when being attacked from other brawlers and pets. And let me tell you, it was a lot. He could cycle supers in seconds. He was basically unkillable because we all know how good El Primo's super is. He was destroying the meta for a while. He also got a few new buffs before this, which has also increased his supercharge rate. Also at this time, people realised how good he was for teaming, so he was dominating Showdown as well as almost every other mode in the game. This lasted for months, so Supercell were not having it after a while and decided to nerf the supercharge rate by 10%. But El Primo was still an amazing brawler and was still unstoppable, because he was also able to charge super 9 punches, so along with the tank trait, it would take him only 1 or 2 seconds to charge super, compared to other brawlers which took a lot longer to charge super. But this didn't last long, because he also got a nerf to his supercharge rate from 9 hits to 16 hits. Then he became really bad in 3v3 modes. And Supercell then changed it to only 12 hits to get super, which made him be able to get super in only 3 ammo. In 2022, he started to disappear in 3v3 modes and was only really played in bushy Brawl Ball or jam grab maps. But he was still really good in Showdown and was still used a lot there. But as time passed, he would get used less and less until he was basically never seen anywhere. He did receive a super damage buff by 20%, but it didn't change anything. Instead, other brawlers like Surge, Shelly, Piper, and Gene were used a lot, which made El Primo a really bad brawler for a long time. In 2023, he didn't receive any buffs or nerfs, which brings him to today. He is a very average brawler, usually somewhere near the D tier, and isn't used much anymore. But a lot of people still main him, and to be honest, he is still fun to play. He has cool skins, and is just a cool brawler overall. But who knows, maybe soon he will be the best brawler again. We'll just have to wait and see. And that's the end of this video. Remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.